Hey, this is Chan for Different Skill, and I know I've not been around for a while, but at least I'm here. And yeah, I'm just pretty busy because Monday to Wednesday I basically don't have enough time to even sleep, let alone do a video, because got like work, school, work, school, work, school, work, school. Then on Thursday I got class, and then after that, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's like the cleanup time where I like do follow-up stuff and whatnot. But anyways, enough about my schedule. Let's talk about something that some other people might be more interested in. So this is ZX. Okay. So as you can see, I have a new card, and let's just say that we found out some things about ZX that we didn't normally do before. Before I thought that a monocolor deck would be better because could like always have the same mana or like whatever. Really, I just wanted more monocolor decks so that I could have more decks to play with, so I can get more people to start playing. But in reality, mixing colors is much better. Not to an extent where you're just like shoving every card possible into a deck, where you have to actually make sense of it. Now, most of the time when you splash or mix colors, you use black or green, because black and green are the best colors in the game. Both black and green generate a lot of advantage, and they both have salvage engines, where black you get from graveyard and green you get from your resource. Now, the problems, like the pros and cons, kind of differ. Green, like when you put cards into your resource, they can never be harmed there. Like your opponent can't interact with your resource in order to get rid of it. Maybe if you deck refresh, you lose all the cards in your graveyard, so you can't use black anymore. So green has definitely better salvaging. But on the downside, you kind of lose mana, so it's a downside, I guess. And as for black, black has better removal because it just kills stuff. Sending something to resource is only good against a bad deck where they only have like one threat. So just go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, and you're done. And then they just have crap for their deck. But yeah, so anywho, to be honest, I think that should have been a different video. But let's get on to the deck profile. My player card is Yamato something something Tenjoshi or something, but who cares about this guy? It's a guy smoking a cigarette, big deal, whatever. He's an anime character. They can have all the cancer they want. So, my ace card is she's not really that good by herself, really. So this is Demon of the Evening Creepus, I think. Creepus. I call it crepes or something because it sounds better than Creepus. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's okay. 6 cost 7.5 is a shitty stat. It's terrible. But her effect is really good. When you play this card, and you have this player card, so very obviously, when you play this card, you may pay out 4 charge, which is your max charge, and you may select 1 7 cost or lower in your graveyard and put onto the field in ready position or in reboot in any normal square. So what does this do is basically that if you get like a great hand, like a great start, you can easily like turn 6 play this card and get something big out at the same time, and then that basically guarantees your win, unless they have something really really good to counteract that. Something like Apex of Orders, Sagramartha. That card's really good, and it kind of screws with this deck. So definitely very good card. I think that it's probably one of the best black player cards, because there's only 2 really. This is definitely the best black player card, in my opinion. So let's move on. 4, Destiny Vein, Destruction, whatever the fuck. Destiny Chain Destruction Vein, I think. I think it's supposed to rhyme, but what we call it, the Black Dragon. 7 cost, 9.5. Again, 7 cost, making sure it stays within its limits. When you can discard 1 card, destroy any amount of 3 costs on the field. So it's very, very good. Very simple actually. So you can play this, get this guy out. You have a 9.5 and a 7.5. You swing. He has protection from ignitions because you can discard a card. So very, very good. Very good target. Demon of Sin Luxaria. 7 Deadly Sins Luxaria. Very, very, very delicious, as you can see. When you play this card, you can add 2 cards from your graveyard back into your charge. One thing you can do is that You can play this card into this card, so you have 12 mana. You can play this into this, and then get all the cards in your charge you need. Or generally use this to use the infinite salvage engine, which can get you these back or these back, depending on what you need. So very, very good in general. I think any black deck that's playing Demon of Vengeance Ushio should definitely play these. Or just in general, if you have a good charge activate card, so definitely play this card. 2 Moonlight Funeral destroys any card on the field that's not in the player square. 4 cost, kill something. It's an ignition, so it's very good. I'm not sure if I would play any more than 2. I think 2 is a good number for this, because having more is kind of bad. Events, I figured out, whatever. They're great, but they're not great. So they're too situational, because events are generally very, very situational because of how they are, basically, because they serve one purpose and that's all they ever do. So I mean, you might think like destroying a card, that's not situational. As long as there's a card, you can destroy it, but how good is it at that point in time is very situational. So like maybe there's a 3 cost, whatever, you don't have to destroy it. 2 is the Abyss. Likewise with Demon of the Evening, when you kill something, this goes to charge. This card can only target non-black creatures. So you kill a non-black creature and you add this card to your charge. Very, very good, especially if you're playing the black-white combo, where you can add these back to your hand, because the white part of the black-white combo allows you to add a card from your charge back into your hand. So these are the only removal spells I'm playing. I'm playing 4, and I think it's more than enough. I've never had a game where I was like, damn it, I could have used the Abyss, or I could use Moonlight Funeral, because I can just make big guys and kill people. And on to the less exciting stuff, just some ignitions. I play 6 black ones. Ignitions are the basis of your splash, really, because you have to play ignitions, so you might as well play 5Ks from every color that you want. So I play 6 of these. I kind of have it's more balanced out because of how many cards you use. So I'm just going to keep these guys out here, and these guys can go in a stack. And man, it's been a long time since I've done a deck profile. A long time, or actually just done a YouTube video in general. 3 Demon of Vengeance Ushio. This card, when he's in your charge, you may pay 2 black and salvage any creature card in your graveyard. So the basic combo with this is that you have 1 of these and 2 of these. So you play this, get 2 of them back. She dies, you salvage her back, and you salvage something else, play her again, add these 2 back. Very simple. Costs a lot of mana, but at like the late game sense where you're both top decking, if you top deck that and you have Ushios, well, you basically win. You go like, okay, grab all my cards back, go. And then maybe they'll kill you, maybe they deal 1 damage and then you're almost dead, then you play all your big guys and they can't deal with it because you have 4 cards in your hand now. So, very good. Ushio is very, very good. For the green part of my deck, I'm playing 3 7 Sword Ginkako. Very, very good. Once again, late game situations. Early game, it's not bad, so you can play her and grab her back. Normally I don't, because the only time you get this is when like it's late game, and then you're just like, boom, deal with my 13k or die, and sometimes they just can't deal with it. So good targets. Very good card. 7 Great Dragon Kings, whatever the hell his name is. Man, these cards are so hard to remember. This guy, whenever he kills something, you can add the top card of the deck into your mana, which is amazing. Because, once again, 7 cost, you play this, you play him, you attack, you get free mana. What's not to like? So, lots of good targets. 4 Leafer heal triggers. They're just ignitions. It doesn't really matter. I just chose to use these ones because, well, I had them on hand, and realistically, you can use any. Just make sure you have 4 heals in the deck, because heals are about as, well, in fact, they're lower rarity than normal ignitions, and they have plus sides to it, so there's no reason not to have them, unless you're like, they aren't shiny, and then you can just say, well, you can just get the shiny ones, right? Okay, so that's all the green in my deck. Wait, no, not really. I lied. 1 Titty Lemon something. Basically, it's a bathing elf chick, as you can see. It's a chick. It's an elf. She's bathing. What? not much to say about that. 5 cost 6.5. When she dies, you get added to your mana. Very good. So this is actually just a replacement for this because I don't have 4. I only have 3. So once I get another one, I'll definitely be replacing it. I'm getting the quick start decks, and I'm hoping that the cover card, which is this card, will come in foil, and I'll have a playset of foil ones. Anyways, so both of these cards have the same effect. When they die, they go to your mana. This is very, very subtle, but it's very, very good. Not only do they block a hit, not only do they kill something, it gets into your mana, it ramps you. Say you play turn 4, you get into your mana, you play mana, and then you get 6 mana, you slam something down. That's how it goes. Which is another reason why green is one of the best splash colors, because of its mana ramp. Because, you know, what deck doesn't function without mana? Now for the red splash. Playing 3 Cardinal Blade. Once again, you can get it with this card. Cardinal Blade is pay 3 red, deal 8k to something. It's a very healthy amount of burn. And the rest of them, I just play 8 red ignitions because I actually need red for his effect, so I would play the most of the red ignitions. Otherwise, the other cards you don't really need too much, so definitely play 8 red ignitions. You could play more. I choose 8 because I got 8, 4, and 6. 8, 4, and 6, and 2, yeah. So that's correct. And then these guys are just vanillas, but this guy, I need to show him some special love. Being 4.5 is not actually a downside, because if it was 5k, any other ignition can kill it anyways. So being 4.5 isn't actually a downside. The only downside is that if you're playing multiple like start cards, then it'll kill it, whatever. But the best part about this is that you can kill 5.5s. Joan of Arc, Athena, they're both really good 5.5s. Generally, a 4 cost with a good effect is 5.5, so you can definitely kill them with these. So this card's just all around, all upside, very good. And he's a vanilla, so normally he goes into my mana. Alright, now let's explain the idea behind this deck. The idea behind this is that you play her, you get fatties. You have 2 big guys and you beat their face in. It's very simple. But something like Cardinal Blade isn't actually very good by itself. Like turn 7 you play Cardinal Blade, it's going to die. There's no way that your opponent doesn't have an out to it. Okay, so they untap, they get to 7 mana or 8 mana if they went first, they play anything and kill it. Because Cardinal Blade is pretty damn weak. But when you think about it like this, well, if I play this and then get Cardinal Blade, they have to deal with 2 things now. Of course they could just deal with this first, but I have this 7.5 that can beat their face in the next turn. So they have to make a choice. Of course they'll kill the Cardinal Blade, which is acceptable. Or if you really want to pussy out with it, you can play this here and call this behind it, so that it's trying to be as safe as possible. But overall, you play her, slam down a big fatty that does a lot of good things. Cardinal Blade's good, Destiny Vein is good, the Big Beater is good, Free Mana is good. So a lot of good cards. So this helps you stabilize to get into late game. Once you get into the late game, cards like Cardinal Blade and Ginkako carry you through it, and you can use the Infinite Salvage off Luxaria and Ushio to help you get there. So overall, it's a mid to late game deck. The early game is kind of shaky. If your opponent curves out properly, you have kind of a hard time dealing with it. But it's okay because you have a little bit of mana acceleration from green that you can get to 6-7 mana quickly. So once you hit 6, you can play this guy, slam another guy down, double attack, it's all good. And then maybe you got Destiny Vein, you can clear out all their ignitions that they were playing early to rush you with. It's very, very good. So this is my ZX profile. I have another profile coming up, so stay tuned guys. See ya.